word problem. My daughter found half a Pop Tart. On her way out of the pantry, she was caught by her brother and sister. Now she has to share the Pop Tart between the three of them. What fraction of a Pop Tart will each sibling receive? What type of problem is this? If you said division, you are correct because in this problem, my daughter has to share the Pop Tart between herself and her two siblings. So I'm going to write our operation right here. All right, from our problem, we need to decide how much did my daughter have. So when I go back, my daughter found half a Pop Tart. So my daughter has 1/2. And she's going to share it between 3 people. My daughter, her brother, and her sister. So 1/2 divided by who she is splitting it up between. 1/2 divided by 3. Let's work it out. Because my question is asking me what fraction of a Pop-Tart will each sibling receive, I know that between 3 people, each person will receive 1 out of the 3 pieces I am creating. So I need to figure out what is 1/3 of 1/2. We have multiplied fractions before, and we know in order to multiply fractions, we multiply the numerator times the numerator over the denominator times the denominator. 1 times 1 equals 1. 2 times 3 would give us 6. So each sibling will receive 1/6 of a Pop-Tart. Let's write that down. Next, we're going to prove it and support this answer with our visual. In our original problem, remember, we had half of a Pop-Tart that we are going to divide between 3 people. So we're going to take this half and we are going to partition it into 3 pieces. It's 1 piece, piece 2, and piece 3. Each sibling 1, sibling 2, sibling 3. Each sibling, 1, 2, 3, will receive 1 out of 6 total pieces in a whole Pop-Tart. 1/6. After dinner, Ms. Thomas has 3/4 of her soup remaining. She wanted to store the soup into 5 equal portions. How much of the soup will be in each container? Let's look at the question. How much soup will be in each container? In order to answer this question, we have to identify how much does Ms. Thomas have, what we're doing to it, and where it's going. Okay, so how much soup does Ms. Thomas have? Well, it tells us right here. After dinner, Ms. Thomas has 3/4 of her soup. And what is she going to do with it? She wants to store it into 5 equal portions. So we want to take the 3/4 and we want to split it up into 5 equal portions. Now this looks different from the other problems, but guess what? The process is the same because the amount we have is not going to change. She has 3/4 soup. What is she doing to it? She's splitting it up. And what is she splitting it up into? 5 containers. So how much does each container receive? Each container is going to get 1/5 of Ms. Thomas's soup. So we know how to multiply fractions. In order to successfully multiply fractions or figure out the fraction of another fraction, we multiply the numerators over the denominators. Giving us, what is 3 times 1? And what is 4 times 5? Don't believe me? Let's look. If I were to show Miss Thomas's soup, now Miss Thomas again has how much soup? She has 3/4. And what is she going to do with that 3/4? She's going to split it up into 5 containers. Container 1, container 2, container 3, container 4, container 5. So for each of our 5 containers, what portion do we receive? Well, we're going to get one. Container 1 has 1, 2, 3 out of how many available portions that would have been in the pot? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20. Out of the 20 total portions this pot could hold, container 1 gets 1, 2, 3 of them. So again, 3/4 divided by 5 equals 3/20.